Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Jordan. And today, I have some more Disney stuff to talk about. Yep, it's gonna be Willow for today, folks. I figured I would review a live action film. So, yeah, and before anybody says anything, before anybody actually tries to correct me or anything, this movie is actually on Disney Plus, so I figured I would just give this a watch. I mean, I've heard of this film before over the years, but I never actually really watched it. But since it's on the streaming service, I guess I'll just give it a watch and just that's what I did. I finally got my hands here and just finally watched it. So yeah, finally got here. So anyway, as always, I do have to talk about the plot. So let's get into it, shall we? So of course, it's gonna be like a fantasy kind of a thing going on here. So there's this young farmer kind of a character that's chosen to, of course, to undertake a crazy, wild journey as a way to protect this special baby from the evil queen and whatnot. So yeah, there's this whole story here. When a prophecy stated that there would be a female child with a very special birthmark, and yes, of course, yeah, there's this evil sorceress queen and she does want to imprison all the pregnant women in her realm to prevent the prophecy from being fulfilled. However, the thing is that when the child is finally born, the mother begs the midwife to uh, smuggle the infant into safety. So, of course, we get to see that this character does reluctantly accept the this and just leave, of course, unnoticed. So, of course, there was a character named Willow. And Willow is the main character, of course, as the title of the film would suggest. And, of course, he would do his best to protect the baby, of course, and there's this whole craziness, obviously. And we do get to see how these characters will go on this grand journey. So, we get to see that that's what's going on here. It's definitely like a fantasy type of thing, of course. And I do think that's definitely a good thing. It's definitely something that Disney would have actually made, of course. But yeah, I know technically Disney didn't make this movie, but it is allowed on their platform, so that's gonna be pretty much why I'm gonna review it, of course. But anyway, like I was saying, there was this baby girl that's discovered in this river, and yeah, of course, the main character is gonna be this farmer type character, and of course, nothing's ever as easy as it seems. Obviously, you gotta make it seem dramatic and just a bit of romance thrown in, a bit of adventure, and yes, there's quite a bit of action as well. Well, this is one of those movies that does have plenty of stuff going on for it, and I definitely liked the film for that. So anyway, yeah, this was a good movie. It was actually a pretty good film. I know fantasy movies aren't really something I would review that often, really, but since it's on the Disney Plus thing, I figured I would review it. So I'm using it. I'm using that as an excuse to talk about it. Even though I've heard about this film for like years and years and years, and trust me, folks, it's been for years I've heard about this film. All positive stuff, of course. It's all been a positive type stuff, so it's all good. But even then, it still took me a while to get to this movie. So I'd even seen this movie in the stores as well. I've seen the DVD, I've seen the special editions, so the Blu-rays and whatnot. I've seen this film pretty much all over the place. And yeah, and still, I didn't. It wasn't enough for me to convince me to watch this. And quite honestly, I feel like I should have. I should have watched this film way before, but I never did up until now. So, oh well, better late than never, I guess. But anyway, this was a pretty good film as a whole. I like the acting. I like the special effects, considering the fact that when it was made, the special effects weren't too bad. But anyway, as I was said, the acting was actually quite good in this, so that's not It's not bad at all. No. Do I recommend this? Yes, I would. I would definitely recommend this. I don't know how much longer will this film be on the streaming service or whatever, but it's definitely something I would recommend. Well, you can always catch it on DVD, I guess, if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have a copy of this film in the movie collection, yes. But anyway, it's like I said, it's not a bad movie. No, it's far from a bad movie. Uh, my point is, this is definitely one of the better fantasy films I've seen, of course. I mean, okay, granted, yes. These special effects do look a bit dated nowadays, but there's quite a bit of action, there's quite a bit of story to keep you interested, of course. And there's good enough humor, of course. And yeah, it's a pretty good film as a whole. And I can say that this was one of those movies that I can definitely say is that it's a lot of fun, of course, to be had here. It's a lot of enjoyment. It does more right than wrong, so I can't really complain really about this movie. And I definitely can say that I had a great time watching this. So, yeah, I'll definitely give this a recommendation. Well, anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 7.3 out of 10. It's a 7.3 out of 10 for me. And as always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah.